As there's the flash in from Polo. Deadly Flourish comes down as well as Gumayushi, able to at least use the cleanse, but it doesn't do anything. That's going to be first blood going over to Polo, as the corruption of Fantastic though is Hype just getting melted by this Varus.
TP.
And Polo can't actually get in there to do anything because there are 4 members of T1 in this bottom lane. The Impale and the Yone is delivered on a silver platter to this.
Control wards as they're looking for an angle.
I think Hype is probably dead, ladies and gentlemen, as the Impale comes through. He had nothing that he could do about that situation. Full closer now just flashing for it. Winter's Wrath comes down. I don't think the GOAT's going to be escaping from that one. And meanwhile, on the bottom side of the map, gorgeous play here from the T1 jungler, and Morgan nowhere to go. Decent little knock up there from Polo, but I just don't think they've got the follow-up. As meanwhile, Keria has discovered Humbug, and then he gets closed in on by the rest of T1. The level of coordination just so much higher here.
Morgan can't be here.
Yeah, there's the Flash Heroic Charge. That'll set up the kill onto Morgan. He does manage to get an equalizer down, but it's just onto the minion wave. You really didn't think that, yep, that's definitely the T1 way, as Glacial Prison is just thrown out for fun, but they avoid the ultimate from Keria. Doran throws his down, though. Equalizer is decent, as Doran is just dancing around the front of the fight, but still it's going okay here for Bro. The curtains have been called, and Gumayushi is taking a lot of damage. Faker tanking up a lot of these bullets as well, as Morgan finally gets a kill in this fight. They will trade it for 2, though, as now Keria going down low, and Closer is starting to pop off. The flash forward gets the knock up, and Faker avoids the ulti, but Doran's completely out of mana. Still, it has to be a pop back of this Yone, and T1 somehow managing to walk away, as Hype kind of wishing he didn't have to reload the entire time, and Doran just murders him.
Okay, Faker will finally go down there, I think.
Still, Doran's able to do it, and in goes Ona once again. Somehow Polo finds everyone. Humbug stays alive, but the Rakan goes down and actually just destroys the Aurora. Once again, Ona is going to find Humbug, though, as Closer finding a massive angle, gets on top of Gumayushi. He threw down the ulti, but it didn't land onto the Yone. Still, Guma will survive, and Morgan is barbecuing the entire team. There's the 4th shot from Hype as he takes down Keria, and now the Bros might be able to get some meaningful damage onto this inhibitor turret.
I can hear Dagon from here. That was Bro looking for an angle to end here.
No, Ona is just melting. Polu goes in, gets the knock-up. Still, Hype just doesn't quite have it, and Ona stays alive, able to actually get him down momentarily here, but the harpoons land pretty well. Still, Keria walks so extraordinarily fast. Finally, that scrap shield does come in, and Doran just blows him up. The equalizer is going to be able to get some popcorn chicken, so I guess there's that. They're going to say thanks for the leash. Equalizer finally going to go down, as there's the chains of corruption. Everything coming out here. Humbug lands a decent ulti, but Keria is already dead. Still, it's T1 that take down the Baron. Can they keep themselves alive, though? That's the big question. Hype is just trying to walk it off as the bullets stream in. They know the health bar is so incredibly low here as the flash out. Hype stays alive, and he may have just baited T1 into losing everything. Finally, Faker will find it, but is it actually going to be enough? Because I think Ona is just dead, and Closer, like you say, will re-kill this inhibitor and look to just take T1 out.
Oh man, Bro outplaying T1 on a Baron, and that is going to be them taking the upset win here in game 1.
The Baron for Nexus trade, ladies and gentlemen. A tale as old as time. Is Keria gonna try his very best to deny the end of the game, and he has baited Bro for a few moments. Still, that's gonna be enough damage. Morgan and Closer get it done, and the Bros strike first.
And I'll be honest with you, we've had some series for T1 this year where you could definitely point your fingers at some players, you could point your fingers at certain moments.
Cleanse off the ignite, the flash forward, and they are gunning for him. There it goes. Keria likely to be able to take down Hype here. Let's see whether they can actually get it done, and he does. Is a Shattering Strike going to be available? The answer is no. So a 1-for-1, both AD carries dead. To come in, Doran could be in trouble. The crash down is beautiful, but still, Ona is going to turn up in the nick of time, and Polo is also going to bite the dust.
Remember,
let's just stop trying to fight in this lane, guys.
Yeah, no, I like.
You he might just get Caster Cursed out of this game. That is on us. That's our bad, ladies and gentlemen. We will take full responsibility. But Polo is now by himself. Faker looking to come over and try to assist as Closer is in trouble. Chain's going to connect, and and it's a double just out of nowhere here for the Pantheon. Hype having to flash, and T1 and then tries to get out, but that's going to deliver the kill over to Morgan. Closer looking for a charm, trying to utilize that mobility to get himself out of there. The rest of T1 have moved over. The public execution going to be used as the 1v1 will be lost by Morgan. Is wanting to pick his poison. Choose who is going to be dying first. It will be the Neferi. His opposite number as the chains connect, and Faker is just on cleanup duty. Down goes the turret in the mid lane. There's at least something there for Hype. Apollo is like anything as the teleport in from Doran. Carrier with the flash execute goes down. It is still fantastic here for T1. There's the Orbit Deception. That'll finish off this. Owner is just running them around the rift right now. The rest of T1 making their way in. The crashdown comes through, and Owner's going to go back in for the stun. Oh, they are so strong. The Pantheon will eventually go down, but now Faker turns up, and he has a public execution that he's picked up. Doesn't even need to use it. Man, but they'll probably have one as Carrier is just going to deny any option of escape, and down goes Humbug as well. He was pretty targetable there, as we could see.
Was it Gwen with 6 scrubs, I think?
And Doran is going to go a little bit far forward and will probably die. There he goes. That's a kill going over to Morgan. Still, the answer was almost there.
On me, maybe we can follow up. Speaking of following up.
Yeah, public institution going to be used here onto Humbug, who, goes untargetable, but unfortunately will still just die in the air. Golden, somehow he's got an arm guard. It's kind of ridiculous. As Polo's flashing away, Carrier just going to follow him. Owner able to push them all the way towards the fountain. Public execution used here from Morgan. He's trying to just get them away from his base. As finally the Pantheon goes down, but so does the Ambessa. And T1 now find themselves in a 3 versus 3. Hijack used here onto the Spirit Rush. And Humbug, what goes up must come down. And now T1 going to finish off game 2, and it is going to go the distance here, Bro versus T1. The game 2 was, I think, a very different story. Shove, but the flash is already down on Closer, and Faker looking to try and get out of there, but Owner's just going to grab the kill. That is a lot of damage from the turret, but Humbug, I don't think, no flash, remember, as the Weaver's Wall comes down, as that is just a steal, and Owner is just going to get wiped out. I'm not sure about that one.
Yeah, a little greedy
as
there.
Now Doran's in trouble as well, the Maiden. He's just going to flash his way out there. It's a great Cyclone here from Humbug, but no Heartbreaker available because Owner is just dead, and now it's Carrier's turn to fall down. The seismic shove is flash. Gumayushi takes down the Talir, and now he's on the offensive. Oh, the taunt not quite able to work there as Hype finds the Make It Rain, and Faker is now in the wrong spot. Even the Morning Mist to grab a bit of an assist. Gonna be interrupted, does nothing. Seismic shove pushes Guma back, but he's offering so much damage. Another double tap, and it was almost an anchor to the noggin, but instead, the bullet takes him down.
Guma caught here in the mid lane. Why they have the nickname Kingslayer.
Well, there's an almost point-blank Weaver's Wall as the seismic shove just gonna push him over the rocks. And he does get a taunt. Faker able to flash his way out, but Polu turns up and just takes out the gargoyle. Bullet time, he goes back in because the hook lands once again, and Polu just turns and takes down Owner. Now Gumayushi having to deal with Morgan, but the goalie wall traps him in. He has a dash and a flash. He's able to get himself out. The Morgan says, no, you are going down. The goalies are gonna get him. Oh, this just in, by the way. If the Bros do win this, we will actually have a call set up with Degon as a hook. Going to connect it. There's the double knock up, the double shove as well, and Oda cannot do anything at all. Look at the position here from Polo as he's not even going down on these front lines as Morgan gets into the thick of things. Faker is going to get taken out. Another shove is going to connect as the health bars are low, but the Bros don't care. Doran able to get out of there with Gumayushi, but the rest now in the bullet time doing a lot of work. Carrier going to have to flash away. Humbug going to get knocked up though. Now it could be the turnaround as Humbug going to get taken down. Gumayushi getting that kill is actually Spolv as Polu now looking to lock down Owner. Hype moving on over though. He's got a great position as Gumayushi with the culling, but they just take down the Viego, and Guma is below half health. Hype flashes for it. Guma's able to get out, but he's not doing any damage, and I say it and it's a lie. It's Morgan that takes him down, and now Doran and Faker against the world, and the world, ladies and gentlemen, is Bro.
And they're just gonna walk down mid and end it. Who needs an Infernal Soul? Closer says, get off that dragon, Humbug. I don't need it.
Well, he's not able to wall Doran in, but I don't think this Scion is going to be able to stop. Never mind. That Scion can stop him. He just flashes on top of him,
kind of significant.
and he dies. starting to come on through. It does so much damage, but now Carrier finds the back line. It's another headbutt onto Hype as they just take out the bottom lane. T1, they're really good at setting up those that have taken down T1. Nexus turrets falling, nothing Faker can do to stop the eventuality of the Bro win. And they do it. It was in the waters this morning. I don't know what it was about today, but it felt so bro. This is what your bro tax dollars will get you.